Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an inner thigh mat Pilates workout. When we're ready, we'll go ahead and get started in a tabletop, taking your shoulders to stack over wrist, hips over knees. We'll extend our right leg out wide to the side so that the foot is in line with your knee, and then just begin to rock forward and back a little bit, opening up and warming up that inner thigh. And when we're ready, we'll sink that hip all the way back to the heel, stretch the arms forward, maybe even walk them over towards that right foot. Take a nice stretch. Walk it back through center. We'll meet with our hips stacked over the knee, and we'll turn those toes to face out for a nice side lunge. So hinging deeply into that thigh, come back through center. From the front, would look like this. You have a nice bend of the knee right over the ankle, and then it comes back through center. Inhale, we lean, aiming to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Find that nice inner thigh opener, that deep compression to the hip, to help kind of release the hip and strengthen the inner thighs. I feel like in mat Pilates classes a lot, there's a tendency to teach a lot of glute and abductor work, which is your outer thighs. I feel like it's important to kind of even it out, balance the strengthening of the two so that the whole muscle joint of the hip and the glute can be a lot stronger. Next one, we'll hold that hinge forward. Take your right hand down, peel your left arm up either to a T or behind your head. And try to roll the elbow back, roll your chest open, take a nice big stretch. And then slowly bring it back through center, both knees to the mat, back to your table. We'll extend that left leg out to the side, just rock a little forward and back. Start by opening up into the hip. Then meet with the hip back on your heel, arms reach forward or over to your left, stretch into your inner thigh. Walk it back through center, bring weight into the knee, stack your shoulders over your hips. We'll turn our left toes to face out and bend into that left knee. Take a little stretch and deep hip opener and bring it back into center. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, lift. To keep the rib cage really engaged the entire time, that'll help to suction up and in through your pelvic floor. The inner thigh, the lower belly, and the pelvic floor all kind of meet inside the pelvic floor. So keeping activity through that whole midsection will help to activate and find a little bit more depth in our inner thigh work. We have 3 more little side lunges. 2. Then on your next one, we'll hold that knee bent. Take your left hand down, really press that arm into the side of the thigh. Open that right arm out to a T. Or bent elbow, roll the chest open, find length. And slowly come back through center. From your table, we'll make our way into a side seat. So let's start seated on our right side with our head in our hand. Our legs will extend long and forward. From here, our left knee will bend and it'll root down to the mat, making sure that your left hip stays stacked over your right. We pull up and into the lower belly, engage through that waistline, and your gaze is straight forward towards whatever's in front of you. On your exhale, we lift that right leg up, pointing through your toes, then slowly lower it down. Imagine your inner thighs are kind of suctioning up and together. We're scooping into that inner thigh to lift, hover, and slow lower. Sometimes this can be a little sensitive on your hip, that right hip. If you tend to have kind of bony hips, you can always slide a towel underneath or kind of double up your mat under that space so you have a little bit more cushion. As that leg lifts, try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Don't let them hike up towards your ear. Exhale on the lift. Try to find a little hold before you release it down. Beautiful. Here's 4. We'll hold in 3, 2. Next one, stay lifted, flex through the ankles, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that thigh, little beats or pulses up and up and up. Breathing in for count of 5. Breathing out for count of 5. Head can always relax on your bicep if that's more comfortable for you. Keep that length through the leg, like you're reaching to that heel. 2 more rounds of breath. Last round. Exhale. Then hold that lift, point the toes lift a little higher. Flex to the ankle, lift a little higher. Last one, point and lift, and relax it down. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Let's just take a little twist. Open the arms out wide to a T, drawing across your torso. And then when you're ready, lift ourselves up through center and switch sides. More than welcome to just roll onto your left side. We'll start long on our rib cage, legs long. Make sure those hips are stacked and bend into your right knee. Take that right knee flat to the floor. Head in your hand or head on your arm. Point through your toes. On your next exhale, we lift the leg up and lower down. Left inner thigh working here this time like you're suctioning those inner thighs together. You're trying to close that gap between your hips. Holding steadiness in your torso. Can you wrap a bit deeper through your waistline, your core? Squeeze into that thigh. We have 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Next one we hold lifted. Flex with the ankles, squeeze the thigh, little pulses up and up and up. About 6 breaths here, aiming to breathe deeply in and out through the nose. For 5, 4, reach that heel towards that wall. You're lengthening from the hip, engaging a little bit through this waistline as well. 2 more breaths. We breathe in, we breathe it out. Last breath, relax those shoulders. Exhale, hold, point the toes, lift a little higher. Flex and lift. Last one, point and lift. And relax. Hug both knees into that 90-degree bend. Take a twist. Open up to the right arm, to your left. Try to relax your shoulders. We'll bring the knees back through center, and we'll meet lying down on our back with our arms long by our sides and the legs lifting up to a 90-degree angle. So those toes are pointed, heels stacked right over your hips. Roll your shoulders heavy on the mat. On our inhale, we open the legs out wide to a V. Exhale, close your thighs, cross one ankle in front of the other. Now open and cross opposite ankle. And that stretch through the inner thighs as you open, and that zipping up through your adductors, your inner thigh muscles as we come back in. In terms of your breath, it's an inhale as you open, exhale to close. Keep that lower belly really active, suctioning up and in, taking weight out of your hip flexors, moving that energy to your lower abdominals and your inner thighs. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold the legs out wide to that V. Draw little circles around in one direction. Point through your toes. Try not to rock those hips forward and back. Keep it in the inner thighs, not into your spine. Small range, like you're drawing a little pinball on the wall with your toes. Let's reverse our circles. A little suctioning to pull in an inch, that release to circle out an inch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. From here we bend our knees, tap those heels together like a frog. Point the toes, reach out. Bend and tap and lengthen. Find those inner thighs, find that wrapping through your hip flexors as you open, as you close. You're trying that little frog or diamond shape. We keep length through our toes, length through those legs, squeeze into your thigh, that quad on the way out. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold those legs wide to your V, little pulses up and down, up and down. Small pulses, think of scooping in an inch, out an inch, in an inch, out an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause, take it back to your frog. This time tap those heels together. On your exhale, reach the legs forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your inner thigh. Squeeze your core. Slowly bend, bring it back in. Exhale, squeeze and suction knees and heels. Slowly bend. We have 8 more, then you're done with your express inner thighs. For 7, wrap through your belly. You want to find those legs moving pretty low and forward. That'll help to activate your abdominal wall, but not too low that your lower back starts to arch from the mat. So find your shape, find your balance. 4 more. Here's 3. Stop that bend when your knees stack over hips. 2. Can we hold this one out by little heel clicks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, hug them in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock. We'll turn it into a happy baby. Knees go wide towards the underarms. You can grab behind your feet. You can grab behind your legs, maybe for the outsides of your feet or your big toes. Perhaps open one leg out to the side and then the other. Take a nice inner thigh stretch. Settle back into your heart rate. And we'll meet in a supine butterfly. So soles of the feet together, nice and wide. Let those hips hang heavy, knees hang heavy. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Next inhale, we extend our arms long, legs long, big, big, big stretch in opposite directions. Exhale, roll yourself up, folding forward over your thighs. We'll meet in a comfortable seated position. I thank you all so much for joining me today, for joining me in this inner thigh journey. I feel it a lot in my inner thighs, a little bit in my hip flexors, that strengthening of the hip joint. So important when we're doing a lot of glute and outer thigh work, like I said, to match it with the inner thighs. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.